Samoan surf lifeguard John Tuia hasn't donned his uniform since the patrol season finished last summer. But with patrol starting in central Wellington this weekend, it's back to the beach for the summer grind for this 23-year-old who vividly remembers his first rescue back in 2014.
That was in Waipu Cove, up north. There was just ladies and a daughter. They were just getting dragged out to sea by rip, and I hopped on the board, you know, really quick, got out there and pretty much just brought them back to safety. But yeah, that was a real moment of adrenaline.
Inflatable rescue boats, like the one John is preparing here, are a regular sight on patrolled beaches, and it's these beaches that John encourages people to swim at every summer.
The safest way to swim is in between the flags, where lifeguards will watch your kids, and you also got to watch your kids as well. But it is much safer to swim at a beach where there are flags, where there are patrolled areas, and just keep an eye on your kids, because the moment you turn your back, they're off doing something else.
Over the last 10 years, Pasifika communities have had the highest fatal beach drowning rate here in Aotearoa. Majority of those drownings were men, either out fishing on rocks, collecting shellfish, or fishing on a small boat or kayak. They were simply trying to feed their families. All of these drownings were preventable.
When it comes to fishing on rocks or anything on the rocks, make sure you wear shoes that have grip at the bottom, and definitely not gumboots, because those are the shoes that I see quite a few people wear.
John also stresses that far too many of our people are going fishing and boating without a reliable life jacket. Here's a few tips to note if you're on the lookout for one.
Before you put these on, you want to make sure there are no rips in the seam where the piece of foam can come out. Make sure your zip is still working and it's not broken, and your clip is not broken or snapped at the end. Most important thing about picking a life jacket as well is size. So you don't want it too tight where you can't breathe, and you don't want it too loose where you slip out of it too easy.
In another effort to try and spread the safety messaging to Pasifika communities this summer, Surf Life Saving New Zealand have translated key messages for social media into Samoan, Tongan, Fijian and Cook Island Māori. And if you see someone in trouble out in the water and there's no guards around,
you just got to shout for help and use the people around you and get someone to call an ambulance, you know. And if you can't swim, don't. And I know it's unfortunate, but don't jump in if you can't swim, because you're not helping anyone, including yourself.